Evening all, welcome to Kicking Dust. Right, well today is going to be, this is dropshipping and this is me getting griefed by, I think 4 redline railgun tankers, so this is the fun thing. I'm not going to even bother wasting my breath on redline railgunning tanks. Maybe by the time this video's out it's been fixed, maybe, you never know. But watch this, this is an angry man, me, picking up a dropship, and going at people like a bag of cocks, and it's just literally amazing, crazy sort of like, and it's amazing how angry aggression can really actually help you play this game. And watch this, this is just me really not in the mood for dealing with these dicks, and it was just a joy to do this. And I think this is, to me, this is something about the game that I think is actually quite good, that they've managed to build, which is this kind of desire to actually get revenge on people. And let me explain what I mean. So as you see me here, I'm wiping the floor with pretty much their gang, their squad. I'm also crashing because, hey, rage-filled lols. It's actually going quite well. Look at that. I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it? And what was interesting, I think, is that a vehicle completely terrified them. So you see here, it's just literally wiping out their crew one by one. And that was almost like part one. We just completely wiped the floor with them, and then we pushed forward to get the hack. So from being completely dominated, we now took over the point, and we're pretty much, I would say, ready to go and hack and take charge. So that was a really great thing we just did there. But this is kind of the issue, I think, is that because I did that, because I basically came at the bros, they now have decided that the only way to deal with me in my little dropship is to call in 4 railgun tanks, all with damage mods, all sitting in the red line so they can't even be engaged, and they think that that's actually fair. Now the best thing about it was I was even getting a little bit of abusive mail from these people saying, come on bro, come down and fight us bro, and it's like 4 redline railgun damage modded tanks versus a dropship. And that's pretty much the context of this map. So you'll see that throughout. It's a bit of a shorter one today, but it's really, there you go, already taking shots. You see those railgun rounds fly past me? Yeah, not good. And this is unfortunately the nature of this game at the moment. And I think this is kind of, I guess, a bit of a bigger issue, because the reality is that it's too easy to counter everything. So really the only choice I have open to me here is to go and get my own redline railgun tank and go and hunt them down in some kind of very boring sniper-esque game. But as you can see, 2 tanks? I don't know if you can see them there. There's 2 tanks down there now, but they eventually call in 4 in total to basically sit in the red line and blat me. Now, it could be because I'm me, in which case I fully understand, bro. But I don't think it was that. I think it was more just a case of, well, a dropship's killed me, so therefore I'm going to kill that dropship in revenge. And it's this kind of revenge attitude that I certainly brought into the game at the start with that part 1 bit, and now certainly they're bringing into the game with this part 2 piece, which is I've got to kill this dude. I've got to look at those tank rounds. Look at those tank rounds. 1, 2. It's just ridiculous. It's just redline railgun tanks. Seriously, CCP, what will you do? And I think this is kind of the sad piece about it, is that, I mean, you can see there's 2 tanks down there now. There's a 3rd being called in on skirmish C, and a 4th one eventually turns up with a particle cannon, I shit you not, and 3 damage mods with on a gun logi on the ridge behind skirmish C. And I just sat here and thought, what is this game coming to, where that is a possibility to do? It really was quite, I think, depressing to a degree. But it didn't deter me. I did try. I mean, I kept up in the cloud quite a bit, but every time I could, I was always going to try and duck down and get the odd kill. Got an assist on that dude. That was pretty funny. Dell was doing a great job as well, but he was being completely plinked away at by these redline railgunners. And I think the issue is because they can run like 3 damage mods or 2 on a seeker, and they can just sit in the red line, they're just ridiculously overpowered. And I think it's kind of sad. I mean, look at that. I'm just completely taking hit after hit, and it's kind of sad that this is a thing of the game. Now, I know some people really do sit there and defend redline railgunning tanks. It's because you probably play AFK, and you sit there on the red line with your cup of coffee in your hand and your mouse in the other, and you just sit there and shoot because you're basically semi-AFKing. That's pretty much all you're doing, and that is evident with the way that this game's going now. But look at this. 2 tanks shooting me with a 3rd plinking away at me, and it's a miracle I got away. But again, it's just, what is this game coming to when that is kind of a tactic? My issue with this is not that they're doing it. They will always, if you give people the easiest route of, I don't know, of egress, they will always take it, and it will always be the way they do, because people don't care. It's a free-to-play lobby shooter. Who gives a shit? But my issue is CCP have not really been, I think, supporting of the community here by firstly accepting and then changing this quickly. They have, this has been going on for 3 months now. And by the time 1.8 hits, I suspect it won't fix it, because there's very little they can do other than putting tanks back the way they were, expensive, etc., that is really going to change anything. So in summary, I think there's going to be the constant issue of the redline railgunning tank for quite some time to come, and already I can tell you it's pretty much annoying people from the game. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.